lack of telecommunication, and lack of motorbikes to allow effective policing functions. Also, the police force was plagued with irregular promotion, poor salaries, and welfare conditions. All of these challenges affected the personnel, their morale, and also the operational capability of the Sierra Leone police force. But as a government and a people, we have demonstrated to move forward in all fronts. Even with COVID and the challenges, Sierra Leone was rated as one of the 4 most safest countries in Africa. And this is largely due to your contribution. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I must say here, when we took over, we decided to address so many challenges, and I'm very happy that the Inspector General has outlined some of the gains we have made to support you, to improve welfare, and more so put you in a situation where you'll be able to carry out your duties. Despite the difficulties, we have paid as a government all inherited backlog of rights. We have procured new vehicles, new motorbikes to help you in your daily work and daily operation. We have regularized fuel supply to support operations. Additionally, we have progressively increased salaries of police officers and other members of the security sector, first by 10% in 2018 and another increment in 2019, which is 10% for grade 1 to 6 and 5% for those in grade 7 to 14. In 2020, we promised an additional increment of 75% of salaries, which was spread across 3 years with 25% increments per year. 2021, 2022, and now 2023. The last part of that increment is already reflected in your salaries. Added to that, the salaries for Assistant Inspector Generals of Police have been reasonably enhanced. We promise to do likewise for remaining ranks. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, since we assumed office, we have granted automatic Sierra Leone government granting aid to all eligible police personnel in tertiary institutions. To this end, today we have about 241 police officers are now enjoying those grants. Following the outbreak of COVID-19, government spent about 4.2 billion leones monthly as risk allowance to all police officers, including support staff. Since we took over, we have recruited about 4,500 police personnel, including this batch of 1,000 passing out today, and another batch of 1,000 that will come in for a 3-month training in the next couple of weeks. This we are doing to beef up the police strength. We have also resuscitated all personnel allowance, leave allowances. That is an additional 1 month salary for each personnel without tax. The Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Sierra Leone police has made itself also very relevant at the international stage. As a country, we continue to play our own part in foreign peacekeeping operations. We will continue to support the Sierra Leone police in your determination to global peace and security
by maintaining your unenviable record
in participation in peace support operations by deploying personnel in various peacekeeping missions across the world. It is for the first time in the history of Sierra Leone, under the leadership of His Excellency Julius Madabio, that Sierra Leone, a member of was deployed as a commissioner of the African Union mission in Somalia, AMISOM, in the posse of Assistant Inspector General of Police, Mr. Augustine Magnus Kylie, who was recently completed his term and now serving as Deputy Inspector General of Police. That vacant position
as the commissioner
of the African Union will also be filled by another member of the Sierra Leone Police Force. And this time, a lady, Commissioner Hilary Saokano. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in all of this, while government tries to fulfill its own part of the social contract, we expect the Sierra Leone Police Force, particularly the new recruits, to play their own role. First is to keep professionalism and commitment to hard work at the highest level. Professionalism is not only about behavior, it's also about how you demonstrate yourself, your appearance in public places. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we enter a very crucial period in the last 5 years, the period to remain apolitical and support the election process through providing security and safety. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my fellow young recruits, I want to take this opportunity to urge you to continue to treat fellow citizens, your people, with respect, courtesy, and more importantly, respect of fundamental human rights. Our government, as you know, is a people-oriented government. This is why the flagship program of His Excellency the President is human capital development. And today, we are very pleased with the positive outcomes that is coming out of that. Today, more than any other time in the history of this country, you have about 2.7 million kids in school. This government is paying fees. We are buying teaching and learning materials. We are also providing food, public transport for students. And I'm very pleased that according to the Inspector General, that the police force is making the best of the human capital development. The other area is the health. You realize that today the police clinic and hospital must have said enormous renovation. If you go to Kingdom today, you will realize there is a brand new built training and resource center that was built with the support of the First Lady to support additional investment for your training and welfare. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me say here that police officers are not above the law. We expect you to be law-abiding and, more importantly, keep away from crime and corruption. Let me also use this forum to clearly state that as we are moving to elections, this government will not tolerate any individual, any group of individuals, any political parties to undermine public order. If you dare undermine public order, the law will bring to bear upon you, as we expect every citizen to go along, to go peacefully and conduct itself peacefully. And let me also state that all those people, individuals, who attacked and killed police officers on August 10th are still being tracked, are still being judged. We will look for the last man, we will arrest the last man, and this government is going to deal with them. So let me estimate to thank you and to thank the leadership of the police, the Inspector General, the Deputy Inspector General, the all Assistant Inspector General of Police. Let me also thank the Minister of Internal Affairs and also members of the Police Council. In the last 4 years, there has been rapid, progressive, and impactful transformation in the Sierra Leone Police Force. And you have contributed your own part. Make no mistake that this government will continue to invest in your welfare, will continue to invest to track of development. On that note, I want to wish you well and to congratulate you once again on behalf of His Excellency, the Police Council, the Ministry of Internal Affairs, the government of Sierra Leone, and your family. Assalamu alaikum.
We shall now sing our school song, starting with Hey! Excellency, Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, and of personal parade. Permission to march off the parade, sir.
Thank you, sir, the Honorable Vice President.